So now we're going to talk about those psychological responses to public speaking anxiety. So these are some of the indicators that you may be experiencing public speaking anxiety. So it may be some really negative thoughts, thinking that I can't do this, I'm not prepared, just a lot of negative self-talk. And so what we want to do is we want to replace that negative self-talk with some positive self-talk. So this can come in the form of speaking words of affirmation, such as, I am a confident speaker. I'm going to go and give this speech and I'm going to rock the house down. I'm going to have a great conversation with my audience and it's going to be fine. It may be through saying your favorite scripture that makes you relaxed and calm down. It may be something as simple as reducing your uncertainty about what's going to happen. So one way that you can do that is by asking whoever is organizing that speech event a lot of questions about what to expect. Who's in my audience? What should I expect from them? Do they actually want to be there? That kind of thing. And how long do you want me to speak? And then you can do what I like to call some rehearsal of what to expect. So I want you to imagine a worst case scenario, what could happen. You could pass out and die. That's the worst that could happen. You could have a heart attack and die. And yes, those are bad things, but those are really, really unlikely scenarios. And so then after you go through that nightmare scenario, whatever that is for you, it could mean just embarrassing yourself really badly. First, know that you're going to survive that. It's okay. We've all gotten embarrassed at some point. But it can also be what you should do next is think about what is the best case scenario. I'm going to wow the people that I'm presenting in front of, that I'm communicating with. I am going to develop relationships. I'm going to fulfill my purpose for this speech. And picture yourself being a cool, confident, effective speaker, competent speaker. So you're taking that negative thought and that negative rehearsal and you're flipping it. You're making it a positive rehearsal, a positive thought about how you're going to do during that speech. Another really effective way, maybe effective way to manage public speaking anxiety's psychological effects are to do something that's kind of controversial because this was introduced through a TED Talk and they found some really interesting things in a study, but then the study couldn't be replicated. So it's questionable whether or not this is going to be effective for a significant portion of people, but I do believe that it will be effective for some people. So what it is it's called power poses. And if you would like more information on that study and on power poses in general, I would definitely go back to that TED Talk. So I'm going to just do a very light version of what power poses are. You, in your mind, close your eyes, think through, what does a powerful person look like? Some people may emulate a superhero. Some people may emulate a politician or an actor or an actress or whatever you associate, or an athlete, or whatever you associate as being powerful. Think of a powerful person or what power means to you. And then you move your body to mimic that stance. So it may be a superhero pose. It could be anything. And then you look in the mirror and you say those words of affirmation. I have practiced. I am cool, calm, and collected. I am a competent speaker and I'm going to go and rock this presentation. So that helps you build some confidence where maybe you weren't experiencing it before. The second to last technique that I want to work you through is, and this works for me for my psychological responses to that public speaking anxiety. I get so focused on what I want to say that I kind of freak myself out. And so what's really helpful for me personally is to watch a funny video before I give a speech to kind of take my mind off of what's happening to distract my own anxiety and to kind of give me a moment to laugh and release those good brain chemicals, help them reduce some of those physiological responses even. So that may mean watching a clip from your favorite show. It may be watching puppies being adorable. It can be whatever works for you. But taking a moment to distract yourself, to laugh preferably, but don't read the news probably. That's not going to help your anxiety. The last technique that is effective for almost everyone, regardless of their level of public speaking anxiety. Practice. Don't wing it. Because, well, one, we've talked about ethics and what it means to be an ethical presenter, meaning you're prepared. You're going to feel more confident, like you know what you're going to do and what you're going to say if you practice it beforehand. I want to give you that caveat that you want to make sure that you don't practice so much that it becomes very stiff and over-rehearsed, and so it sounds robotic. You still want to be authentic. You still want to be extemporaneous. You can adjust to your audience's needs. So practice like 3 times. That's kind of a magic number for a lot of reasons, and it works here too. So try to practice your speech 3 times, and that should help manage some of your uncertainty about how well you're going to do, and will help you feel more competent and confident going into a public speaking event. So those are just to recap, those are the ways that you can manage your psychological, your mental effects of public speaking anxiety. Ask whoever's in charge questions to manage some uncertainty. Go through some words of affirmation, some scripture. You can pair that with power poses. Laugh. And finally, practice, please. It's best for everyone, including your public speaking anxiety.